What's up guys, Shane Starnes here, and I just received my iPhone 11 Pro Max today, and I have to wonder, why exactly does it have the Pro label? It only has 4 gigabytes of RAM, whereas the Galaxy Fold has a whopping 12 gigabytes of RAM. This is supposed to be the fastest iPhone ever. I think we're going to have to see about that. This is the iPhone 11 Pro Max versus Samsung Galaxy Fold speed test. Let's go ahead and get started. On the left, we have the Galaxy Fold with the Snapdragon 855 processor and a whopping 12 gigabytes of RAM. On the right-hand side, we've got the iPhone 11 Pro Max with the A13 Bionic chip and only 4 gigabytes of RAM. So you heard that right. It has 3 times less RAM than the Galaxy Fold, and we'll see later on if that can help the Galaxy Fold pull out ahead of the iPhone 11 Pro Max. When it comes to multitasking in the second round, we're already blazing through the first round. We're already halfway through. Both phones were essentially neck and neck when it came to opening and closing all of the general applications and the low intensity applications. All of your social media applications really didn't give either one of these phones any problems. As you can see, they're slowing down a little bit with the more high intensity games such as Subway Surfer and Mario Run. The Galaxy Fold is able to take a slight advantage here with the first couple of games, but when it comes to Asphalt 9, this is the iPhone 11 Pro Max's chance to catch up, and I decided to go ahead and load the game up all the way, so we had to go through several screens here. I just really wanted to give a more accurate approach here when loading the game. So the Galaxy Fold was able to make it through all of the games before the iPhone 11 Pro Max. We're here just rendering a photo in Photoshop, and the iPhone 11 Pro was able to finish the Photoshop Express before the Galaxy Fold. Now we're just loading a couple of quick websites. We've got CNET, ESPN, and The Verge. The iPhone 11 Pro Max was able to make it out of the first round in 2 minutes, while the Galaxy Fold was only able to make it through the first round in 2 minutes and 3 seconds. And as you can see here, we're off to the races. The Galaxy Fold has basically every single app open and running in the background. And as you can see, the iPhone 11 Pro Max has to basically open every app from scratch. All of our games are on pause and ready to go with the Galaxy Fold, while the iPhone 11 Pro Max is having to reload every single thing from scratch. Not just games, but also social media applications. And as you can see, it's pretty much useless when it comes to RAM management. So Samsung, over the years, they've caught a lot of grief over the RAM management and being too aggressive with battery optimizations on the RAM management. And so what they decided to do is throw more RAM at the situation. Apple, on the other hand, they're sticking with 4 gigabytes of RAM in a world where a $700 OnePlus 7 has 12 gigabytes of RAM. They've only got 4 gigabytes of RAM on an $1,100 phone. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. And you can see here, sometimes you just need more RAM. So what we're demonstrating here is just opening several applications that you might open on a regular basis and then closing them and coming back to them later in the day. If you need more RAM, you should give the phones more RAM. The iPhone 11 Pro Max obviously needs more RAM. It's finishing out the test in almost 1 minute later than the Galaxy Fold. Alright guys, I don't know about you, but I feel like this speed test proves that Apple really needs to begin to put more RAM in their devices. I know that you're probably not going to be opening 30 applications in a row, shutting them down and then reopening them, but you may open 30 applications during the day and having to reload those applications from scratch when you go back to them. We found out with this test that both phones are incredibly fast when it comes to opening applications, but the Galaxy Fold definitely has the advantage. With 12 gigabytes of RAM, it's able to keep those applications open and running in the background without really affecting battery life, whereas RAM management on the iPhone 11 Pro Max is maybe a little too aggressive, coupled with the fact that it just doesn't have enough RAM for a modern smartphone. What are your thoughts? Do you prefer a phone with more RAM? Do you think that it really is advantageous to be able to just open those applications without having to reload them from scratch? Or do you prefer the iPhone 11 Pro Max that may have a little bit better battery life, Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That wraps it up for this one. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.